The powerful cruise missile attack that kicked off the U.S. campaign in Syria did not achieve its objective. There are new concerns that leaders of an al-Qaeda all-star group survived the strikes and are continuing with plans to attack U.S. targets. Meantime, U.S. airstrikes and new reinforcements on the ground are causing big problems for ISIS in the Syrian border town of Kobani. But that terror group is unleashing more atrocities in Iraq. Congressman Peter King is standing by along with our correspondents, our analysts on this day's big stories. Let's begin with our Pentagon correspondent, Barbara Starr. Barbara?
Wolf, a terrorist group that the U.S. says is an imminent threat. And the problem right now, nobody knows where these terrorists are.
These U.S. attacks apparently did not work. The first missile strikes in Syria last month were supposed to stop one of the most deadly al-Qaeda affiliates, the Khorasan group. Al-Qaeda operatives, the U.S. says, are a direct threat.
The intelligence reports indicated that the Khorasan group was in the final stages of plans to execute major attacks against Western targets and potentially the U.S. homeland.
But now U.S. intelligence believes two key Khorasan leaders are still alive, still plotting against the U.S. While the coalition has conducted over 300 airstrikes against ISIS in Syria, an administration official tells CNN there have been no new military strikes against Khorasan. Nobody knows where they are.
What's actually happened is senior Khorasan members, al-Fadhli, David Drugeon, and a number of other individuals have scattered to various safe houses in Syria, haven't stayed together, but have scattered, making it more difficult to target.
After getting help from al-Qaeda's master bomb maker, Ibrahim al-Assiri, the group is capable of making bombs that could potentially evade airport screening. The U.S. urgently needs to find and target two key operatives. Muhsin al-Fadhli, a longtime Osama bin Laden insider. He moved to Syria about a year ago, now involved in plots against the U.S.
The Americans and a range of other European countries are using all means possible to collect intelligence on Khorasan, including al-Fadhli. Human signals, anything they can get their hands on to identify his whereabouts.
The hunt is also on for French jihadist David Drugeon, a skilled Khorasan bomb maker, also with ties to core al-Qaeda in Pakistan. He has facilitated the movement of European jihadists to Syria and back to Europe, where they then can travel to the U.S.
These two men now know they are marked men, so they'll be taking huge precautions to stay safe. So it's going to be a real hard job to get them.
So how did they disappear? Well, officials say it is possible that they were never even at that site that the U.S. targeted last month. What are the odds they're still alive? One intelligence analyst telling me 99.5%. Wolf?
99.5%. They're still alive, and they launched 47 Tomahawk cruise missiles to try to kill these guys. Each one of those missiles cost, what, $500,000? We're talking $20 or $30 million for obviously limited payback, at least as of now, right?
That's what it's beginning to look like. Wherever these two men are, what the U.S. is saying is Khorasan is still an imminent threat to the United States. They still believe this group is directly plotting and planning to try and carry out an attack here. Wolf?
All right, Barbara, thanks very much. Barbara Starr at the Pentagon.